If you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm the guy that helps Destiny players figure out how the heck they can receive exotic mission rewards they've been looking for. The task of solving the mystery of how to unlock these weapons is a Sisyphean challenge where I have everything solved, I share the information with you all, and then Bungie pushes a new patch or expansion to break things once again, sending the boulder tumbling down. Destiny 2 quests have always been a little confusing to follow. However, this issue was ramped up even further with the introduction of the Destiny Content Vault back in Beyond Light. Since then, it has only compounded to become an ever-growing thorn in the side of the community. If you would have told me that everything would get even worse in the Edge of Fate, I would have said you had a few screws loose. But nevertheless, everything is so much worse than I could have ever imagined and more confusing than it's ever been. I made multiple videos at the launch of the Edge of Fate to inform and share all the relevant information I had at the time. But with Ash and Iron's release came more issues, which have brought me back to the base of the mountain with my boulder once again. I've been working tirelessly to untangle this mess, and today, I'm going to provide you with the most up-to-date information on what weapons are actually available, how you can get them, and for activities that exist in both the Legends Rotator and the Portal, we'll discuss which version of the mission you actually need to run to unlock them. Because no, it is not the same for all weapons. There's going to be a ton of information in this video, so please like and subscribe if you find any of it valuable. I hope you're ready, because here we go. I want to start by defining the loot that I'm referring to as exotic mission rewards. I use this term not only to refer to the weapons that drop from the various exotic missions, but also the catalyst and intrinsic perks for those craftable weapons. You may think that this would be a very simple premise. Simply run the mission, get the gear. But dear friend, that is simply not the case. The task required to unlock all of these rewards is a moving target depending on the weapon you're looking to unlock. But never fear, because I've collected all the information you need to know. Here's a list of the weapons and their associated missions that I plan to cover in today's video. Whisper of the Worm from the Whisper, Outbreak Perfected from 0 Hour, Choir of One from Encore, Wishkeeper from Starcrossed, Slayer's Fang from Kell's Fall, Wolfsbane from Heliostat, Vexcalibur from AVALON, Dead Man's Tale from Presage, Revision 0 from Seraph Shield, and finally Dead Messenger from Vox Obscura. You'll notice that omitted from this list is the highly sought after Barrow-Dyad. This weapon is still not available, nor has its return been mentioned by Bungie since the Edge of Fate was released. This is one of the few exotics that are genuinely unobtainable in the game, but rest assured, I will have the full update for you as soon as it becomes available once again. So let's dive into the first subgroup of exotic missions which still require an exotic quest to acquire their rewards, which are 0 Hour and the Whisper. To start both of these exotic quests, you'll need to visit one of two vendors. For Outbreak, visit 801 in the Tower to pick up the Asset Protection exotic quest. For Whisper of the Worm, visit Erismorn on the Moon to pick up the Whispers of the Past quest. Once obtained, you can launch the normal version of the associated mission by visiting the Legends tab from the Director's screen. Once you complete this mission, you'll want to return to the vendor once again to turn in the completed first quest step and to receive your weapon. Then you can pick up the secondary quest. The secondary quest will require you to dive into the expert versions of the exotic missions to unlock catalyst and intrinsic traits for their weapons. The secondary quest will require you to solve puzzles and finish tasks outside the mission before returning. But once completed, you'll have a fully unlocked and craftable exotic weapon to add to your arsenal. Adding confusion to the situation, you'll find that the Pinnacle Ops playlist also houses the Whisper mission. Though puzzles and secrets do appear to be present in this version of the mission, it's my opinion that you should complete the exotic quest by launching from the Legacy tab, since this is the method that the quest was originally coded to be completed through when it was reintroduced into the game and into the light. The quest for Outbreak Perfected is quite a bit more involved than the Whisper mission, so if you need the details on how to unlock this weapon, check out my comprehensive guide where I break down every single detail you could need to know about obtaining Outbreak Perfected in the Edge of Fate. I don't have a comprehensive Whisper guide at this time, but if that's something you guys really want me to create, let me know in the comment section below. Next, let's move on to the subset of exotic missions which exist in the Pinnacle Ops playlist and follow my tried and true Pinnacle Ops exotic mission or poem formula. You may say, Sax, what is this poem formula you speak of? To be honest, it's just a flashy way to say the following. If you select an exotic mission from the Pinnacle Ops playlist, set your projected score for a B+ or higher, and complete the mission within the time bonus window, you will receive exotic rewards each time you finish the mission until you unlock everything. Before Ash and Iron, this method worked for all exotic missions in the portal, but of course, there can't be a new patch or expansion or release without Bungie breaking 20 different things in the game. So let's talk about the specifics of the 3 missions that this formula now applies to, and what you can do if things aren't working as expected. The missions that follow this poem formula are as follows. Encore, which features the Void Special Ammo Auto Rifle Choir of One, aka my favorite exotic weapon in all of Destiny. Starcrossed, featuring the Strand Bow Wish Keeper. And finally, Kell's Fall, featuring the Void Exotic Shotgun Slayer's Fang. As stated before, if you follow my poem formula, you'll receive the associated weapon, catalysts, and intrinsic traits each time you clear the mission until you unlock everything. Your first run will drop the weapon, 1 catalyst, and 1 intrinsic. In subsequent runs, we'll drop another catalyst and another intrinsic until everything is unlocked. There is no lockout on this process, meaning you can unlock them all in one sitting if you want. However, please note that I've never experienced or heard of anyone receiving more than 1 catalyst or intrinsic per run, so the minimum number of runs necessary will be equal to the amount of catalyst or intrinsics that a weapon has available to it, whichever is higher. I've tested the poem formula through and through, and I've helped countless Guardians from my Discord, live streams, and comment sections unlock the rewards they're chasing. If you follow this formula, you will get the exotic rewards you're missing to drop every time. If you run into any issues with the poem formula, here are a few things you should think about to troubleshoot. 1. It's possible that you'll miss the mark for the bonus time multiplier when running a mission solo or for the first time. Feel free to join my Discord through the link in the description, or use the in-game Fireteam Finder to link up with other Guardians that can help you along. If it's your first time running the mission, take your time and use this as a way to get familiar with your surroundings, where enemies spawn, and how you can quickly deal damage to the boss to clear within the bonus time window on your next attempt. 2. Make sure the highest power player in your fireteam is the one setting up the mission modifiers before launching the activity. Bungie raises the power of all players to -5 under the highest player, meaning when you have the highest power player set up the activity so they will achieve a B+ score or higher, this will ensure that everyone below them will also receive an even higher ranking score. Number 3. Bungie has recently adjusted the portal scoring to loosen up the required score restrictions for higher letter grades. So if you had issues getting the weapons to drop in the past, it may be time to circle back and try again. However, if you do still find yourself having trouble, you can rank up through the paid seasonal rewards pass and unlock a 3% portal score boost at ranks 9, 29, 49, 69, nice, and 89 to a maximum of 15%. Number 4. At the time of this recording, Encore, Starcrossed, and Kell's Fall can be launched directly from the Pinnacle Ops screen in the portal, and can be customized with positive and negative modifiers to your liking so that you can obtain the associated exotic rewards. The only exception to this rule is that the Nightsworn site intrinsic upgrades for Slayer's Fang are not available in the game, as indicated by the in-game notice when you try to craft the weapon. Now, I know there are many of you that are already starting to type in the comment section, well, have you tried shooting the lanterns with the shotgun? Or, bro, you have to do the organ puzzle. Yes. I have tried all of this. I've tested all of this. And if you need proof, go check out this video where I spent hours of my life testing everything imaginable. Can you guys tell how tired of this I am? Continuing on, we have the brand new exotic mission introduced in Ash and Iron, Heliostat, which provides the Wolfsbane exotic axe. This mission currently behaves in a similar fashion to many exotic missions in the past, where you complete the mission for the first time on normal difficulty to unlock the weapon, and then return on higher difficulties with the exotic in hand to solve puzzles, which will in turn provide craftable weapon upgrades. Launch the Heliostat mission directly from the Pinnacle Ops portal page and return on master difficulty or higher to solve the puzzles. Finally, and most confusingly, there are 7 missions in total that are found in the exotic mission rotator on the bottom middle of the Legends page. These missions in order of their rotation include Seraph Shield, AVALON, Starcrossed, Encore, Kell's Fall, Presage, and finally Vox Obscura. Now you may remember that Encore, Kell's Fall, and Starcrossed are missions that we've already talked about. Yep, now you're starting to see the real problem. For some unknown reason, Bungie has removed the exotic rewards from these missions, yet they've left them in the rotation to essentially waste 3 weeks out of our time every 7 weeks. At least with some of the other missions such as Presage, you can use them as a path to obtain old craftable weapons that are no longer available. But for these 3, there's nothing tied to them, so they literally just waste our time. So now let's talk about the 4 missions that you do want to run from the Legends tab, starting with AVALON, which provides the Void Exotic Glaive Vexcalibur. Presage, featuring the Yeehaw Rifle Dead Man's Tale. Seraph Shield, which features the hard-hitting anti-barrier kinetic pulse rifle Revision 0. And finally, Vox Obscura, which features the element-swapping triple wave frame grenade launcher Dead Messenger. If you're a veteran Destiny 2 player returning back to the game, you may notice that these missions have a familiar structure to when exotic missions were first introduced. You can launch the mission for the first time on normal difficulty, unlock the craftable weapon pattern, and then run the mission multiple times on expert difficulty to unlock the individual weapon upgrades. Along with these rewards, you'll receive an assortment of rewards from past seasons that are no longer obtainable through other methods. When you select the difficulty of the mission that you want to launch, look at the screen that displays the modifiers for the activity, and you should see the rewards that are set to drop upon completion. Honestly, this system would be ideal for the portal and anywhere else you're launching exotic missions from, so that you can understand when you are and are not going to receive the rewards you're looking for. But I think that would probably make too much sense. On screen now is an infographic that I created to showcase in one image the chaos that is unlocking exotic mission rewards in the Edge of Fate. Feel free to pause the video and screenshot it. However, if you'd like a high resolution version of this image, you can go to my brand new Ko-fi page and download the image in eye-watering 4K resolution for absolutely free. I also plan to utilize this page to share behind the scenes looks at my content creation, monthly newsletters, and more in the future. So I would love it if you decided to follow the page while you're there grabbing the image. And there you have it, the full breakdown of exotic mission rewards in the Edge of Fate. Once again, if you find this helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It will let me know that you guys appreciate the in-depth guides that I create for the areas of the game that new and returning players often struggle with. Until next time, my name is Sax, and be blessed, y'all.